friend, thanks for joining me for another video blog. Happy Friday. Thank you for making the time to be with me, for your presence, and I hope this video serves you. And if you like it, please share this video with your friends or family on your social media and help me to grow this community. So we're going to continue the conversation about change. Why change is so hard. Why most people either don't make change at all, or some people start making the changes and then they give up. And of course, I'm making this video in many parts because this conversation can be dense, can be complex. This is the whole theme of like my work. And the people that come here to me, give me the permission to help them to be their guide. They're ready for the changes. And many people, even though they tell me they're ready to make the changes, I have conversations with people weekly when they share with me all their struggles, their issues, their problems, and they say they're ready. And once I present the plan that is doable, it's simple, it's affordable, because I have I have different programs. I have even an online program that everybody can afford. Even after I offer all the solutions in a hand to hold, my hand, they still say no. So what goes on? My video number one, I share with you that some people have difficult change because they're too focused on the outcome and on the process. So that can become discouraging or even overwhelming. Video number two, I shared last week. I talk about the fear of uncertainty. How some people rather keep everything the same, even though it sucks, but they rather keep things familiar. So today I want to talk about something that most people, if you're having this conversation among your friends or family about why people don't change, there is a particular topic or reason that many people don't talk about. And this has been the theme of my work from the very beginning. This is why I talk something like is the theme of my individual coaching. It's also the theme of like my workshops and trainings that I give to companies. Companies bring me to teach their staff, their teams, their managers, their leaders, how to manage this particular thing that I'm talking about. But a lot of people won't make any changes in their life, even intellectually they say they're ready, because of one thing: energy. It takes energy to change. It takes energy to create anything. So think of energy as the most fundamental fuel. Energy is life force. In Eastern philosophies, they will call chi. Here, we can simply call it energies or life force. It's how we get things done, and not just get things done, it's how we show up. You know how much a fan I am of the term show up at your best. Well, how are you going to show up at your best? You're always going to show up at your best. And what is your best right now? If you could rate your energy from 1 to 10, 1 being I'm dragged, I can barely get up, 10 being it's super high. When I do a survey, a research on companies, most people are living with a 4 or 5. I call that mediocre level. And with no offense, with so much respect, mediocre level, because if you're a 4 or 5, if you are a manager or a leader, would you want to hire an employee that is a 4 or 5? If you're looking for a partner, for a boyfriend, a girlfriend, would you want to date somebody that is just a 4 or 5? If you work with a coach, would you want to work with a coach that is just only a 4 or 5? So think about that. So yes, we're all doing our best, but what is your best? If it's your best right now is showing up at the energy level 4 or 5, what are you leaving on the table? That potential to go another 5 notches. So I want you to think about energy as life. Everything you do takes energy. So if you're not aware of your energy, what's taking your energy, what's helping you to generate energy, because think that we don't create energy. We are energy generators. It's like we have these generators in our 4 bodies: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And if we give the right fuels to these 4 bodies, for example, for the physical body, if you give the right amount of oxygen, the right amount of pure filter water, the right amount and high quality food and sleep, boom, you got plenty of physical energy. For your mental, what are you feeding your mind with? Are you reading great books that intrigue you, that that you get involved with? Are you doing work that is challenging for you, that puts you in that zone of like focus and flow at the same time? In your emotional energy, what's the quality of your relationships? Are you fully present with the loving ones? Are you fully present with the people you work with? Are you feeling connected from your heart? That's emotional energy. And the spiritual energy, it's your purpose. Are you waking up every day feeling like you're living your purpose? Or are you feeling lost? Or are you feeling stressed out? You feel like you live in anxiety. So all these things are going to affect all your 4 bodies of energy. So energy is everything. That's why my coach, the way I coach everybody, and I'm going to go sidelines here just to tell you how important energy is. So let's just say energy wraps the 4 quadrants of my coaching. In the 4 quadrants, I'm gonna go into this because I'm gonna tell you what are your primary sources of energy. I already told you have 4 bodies, 4 sources of energy: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. So the first one here is your psychology, is your mind. So this is one of the primary sources of your energy. You might say, well, no, breath is. Well, duh, yeah, of course. If we don't have oxygen, we'll die. That's obvious. And I'm going to teach you, a quick exercise on how to elevate your energy very quickly, just through a quick breathing technique. But the first quadrant here that goes under energy is mind. What is your psychology? Your thoughts, your beliefs. Depends what your thoughts and beliefs are all day long is going to affect your energy directly. In fact, you can eat the best type of diet in the world, hydrate with the most expensive spring water in the world, do all the breathing you want to do in the world, and yet, if your thoughts and beliefs or your philosophies, if your mindset is not in alignment with your truth, is not in alignment with the life you want to create, that is going to be a huge place of energy leakage. You're going to leak energy through here. So our mind or psychology is the first source of energy, and also is the first place that we start creating changes. That's why I start here when I work with any clients, the mindset. The second quadrant here is our other biggest source of energy or emotional state. Where are you emotionally most of the time? What is your emotional home? Or what I like to call, what is your emotional state? Do you live in a great state? Tony Robbins loves to talk about that we need to live in a beautiful state all the time, and I totally agree. And we have also the power to manage a state. That's why energy is something that I teach as like master your energy. Your emotions is where are you most of the time? Where's home for you? Or what I like to call, what is your state? For a lot of people, their home or their state is frustration, irritation. So that person's emotional home is anger. For a lot of people, no matter what's happening in the world, and I describe myself as that person, no matter what's happening in the world, I'm always in a state of joy. Joy is home for me. Happiness is home for me. I look at always at things like, what are the blessings, what are the positives? Not being like, Mrs. Positive or Pollyanna, because I'm very realistic too. And I want to be a resourceful person. Resource comes from having high energy. And because I always want to be a resourceful person, I need to manage my emotional level. So my emotional home is joy, it's creativity, right? So where are you emotionally? And this is going to affect your energy directly. Let me ask you this. How is your energy level in the days that you're excited, that you're happy? Maybe it's Friday, you're excited because it's Friday and you have 2 days off. Maybe you have more energy today simply because you're looking forward to do some fun things this weekend. Maybe you're going on a little trip. I know it's COVID, we can't really travel. Maybe you're doing something fun. So you might have more energy today simply because you're more excited. What happens in the days that you are pissed off? You're angry. You're pissed that maybe your favorite candidate didn't win for presidency. You're pissed that we're still in this shutdown with COVID, like I can be at times. You're pissed because one of your employees are leaving, whatever that is. What happens with that energy when you're in that state of irritation, frustration, resisting to what's happening? It's depleting. You start leaking energy. So your emotional level will dictate your energy level directly. Like you tend to be more a positive person or a negative person, meaning your mindset, your psychology tends to be more on the positive side or more on the negative side. When you have a stressful event happening in your home or at work or in the world, what is your tendency? Where do you go first emotionally? Where do you go first emotionally? Psychologically and emotionally. That's going to affect your energy directly. Third quadrant here, of course, it's your physical health, right? So physical health is your diet, your hydration, as I stated earlier, your sleep. What are you feeding your body with? What kind of information you put in your body? Like food, as you hear me saying a lot of times, is not just calorie. Food is information. So it's water, so it's the coffee, it's the tea, what quality, everything that you put in your body, it's information going to your body. Is that information helping you to generate more energy or deplete your energy? What happens if you go out for lunch and you eat a big burrito? How do you feel in the afternoon? Do you feel alert? Do you feel awake? Do you feel creative? Or you feel lethargic, tired, you just want to take a nap? Plus you might have a lot of digestive issues with that, right? So how do you feel? So physical health is super important. It's going to affect your energy. That's more, here we talk more about here's the psychology. The emotions are a combination of psychology and physiology, because we know 95% of health conditions like illnesses, 95% are created by emotional stress. So emotions are directly correlated with our physical health and our thoughts, because a thought will create an emotion and an emotion will create more of that thought, right? So physical health is when we have a real chance to manipulate our physiology. And our physiology is going to affect our energy. Energy is a marker of your health. If you're feeling energized, like I'm talking about authentic energy here, not the energy that you get from drinking these crazy sugary drinks like Red Bulls, Monsters, and other drinks out there, or the 5-hour energy drink I think I see in gas stations, right? That's not authentic energy. That's something that's going to jack up your liver, your adrenal glands, and that's not authentic energy, okay? I'm talking about authentic, sustainable energy. So what you put in your body, it's super important. And what is number 4 here? You heard me talk about the 4 sources of energy already. Physical, mental, emotional. So what we're missing here, the last one, is your spiritual part. Your heart connection. It's your connection with the self. It's the connection, for example, with your vocation, with your purpose. So, I know this topic here is not talked among friends having a glass of wine during dinner when it comes to energy and why people are not changing. Remember, the topic of this video is why people don't change. And one of the main reasons they don't change is because they don't have energy. Their energy level is low. So that's why I went to this explanation what energy really comes from. The last one here is your sense of self. How do you feel? Like if you live alone, for example. How do you feel at the end of the day when the noise has stopped, when you're not working anymore, it's getting late, and you're alone? And the TV is off, no podcasts, and you're alone. What is your sense of self. How do you feel when you're sitting alone with you? What is your connection to you? What is your connection to your heart? Where is your emotional home when you are alone? What is your sense of purpose, vocation? Like, are you doing the work that is inspiring to you? Are you doing the work that promotes positive mindset, positive thoughts? Are you doing the work that puts you in a joyful emotional state? Are you doing the work that gives you a lot of stamina? That's the vocation, it's the purpose. So that's the heart connection. That's the spiritual part. What is your connection also with the higher power? The field, God, universe, life, whatever you want to call. That's why I like to just say heart connection to the self, because this has nothing to do with religion. In fact, this has nothing to do even with God. If you don't believe in any God, you don't need to. That's why I talk about what is your heart, your connection with the self. And that's the spiritual part. So the reason a lot of people don't change is because the energy is low. So if you want to start increasing your levels of energy, and of course, this is like basically a year coaching, okay? Or you can get 12 weeks of this work on my online program. So it's a summary of all my coaching, because I like for my work to be doable, accessible to anybody, not just for the client that can pay thousands of dollars to work with me for a year. I also like to make my course that is less than $600 that can start doing this work, because it's complex. Energy, like to say, 4 bodies, right? One thing that can rob a lot of your energy, for example, that is under all these categories here, is baggage. Baggage from the past can take a tremendous amount of energy. Physical pain can take a tremendous amount of energy. So anything that I point that is going to amplify your energy or create energy drain, I can put in one of those quadrants here. And of course, because we are a holistic model, everything is connected. Everything is going to affect each other. This whole system here is interconnected, right? If you don't feel good physically, it's going to affect your mental state, your emotional state, your spiritual state. If your spiritual energy is affected, it's going to affect. And what we do a lot of times, because nature is so beautiful, intelligent, we start compensating. Compensation is, let's say, somebody might be doing really well in their psychology, and that's all they focus on, but they're not paying attention to their physical health. So they'll wait for this wheel of energy to get very off balance here. And I'm going to stop here because I can go for hours on this topic here. So let me teach you very quickly a simple thing that you can do to increase your energy. One of the most important things that you have access to 24/7 is your breath. It's the first fuel, like that nourishes your body. When we think about nourishing ourselves through your breath, you can fuel your body right away. So I learned this breathing technique from a doctor, neuroscientist, and it simply involves 2 fast inhales and 1 long exhale. 2 fast inhales, 1 fast exhale. Okay? So all you do is this. Do this maybe about 5-6 times and watch what happens with your energy. That's a breathing technique that I wanna teach you to increase your energy right away. Another technique I wanna teach you to increase your energy is tapping, like tapping your muscles, tap your skin to kind of wake up your nerve system. So you can do this in the whole body. To keep this short, I'm just gonna show you how to do it, like in your arm, for example. So you just grab your hand and start tapping. I like to make my hand like a little shell, so I can tap hard without hurting myself, feeling like I'm slapping myself. Like you don't want to hit yourself with the main area of the palm here. So make a little shell, like a cup, and hit like relatively hard. Like you want to feel. This is not just patting. It's like feel it. And you do this in your entire body. So I'm just showing you the arm and the shoulders. I like to do low back stretch. We hold a lot of emotional stress on the back. So grab your hands and just tap some areas of your body for a full minute. Just do that for a full minute. And it's gonna you're gonna feel like you turn on, like the electricity is running in your body. So simple things. That's why I teach these techniques to people. Like in 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, a minute and a half, you can do some breathing for 30 seconds and do the tapping exercise for a full minute. In 1 minute and a half, let's say you do every hour, it will change your energy. Don't take my word. Try it. Every hour for the next 2 days. Set your alarm. Or just today, if you're watching this video now or later, for 1 day. That's all I ask. For 1 day, set an alarm on your phone. Every hour, do 6 of those fast inhales, long exhale, and then for a full minute, tap your entire body, and tell me how you feel. Your energy is going to be elevated, and guess what happens when your energy is more elevated? You show up better, you feel better. When you feel better, you do better, and you have more fulfilling results. So I know this video was about to just talk about energy, that lack of energy. It's one of the causes that people don't change. And I went to a deeper explanation of what I mean by the 4 sources of energy. So thank you so much. If you're interested in learn more about how my work can help you, just book a free call. No commitment. And even if you decide to work with me and you do a couple sessions and you don't find that my coach is helping you, I'll give your money back. And I trust my coaching so much that I know in 2 sessions I can make a major difference in your life. If you participate in the process, and you're going to feel so much better after 2 sessions that you wanted to continue the work. So book a free call today. Let's talk how I can support you. How can I help you to increase your levels of energy so you can make the change that you want in your life, create the life in your own terms, because that's what it's all about. Let's be our own leaders, and that's what leadership is. Create a life on your own terms. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend.